Midjourney's newest release can now handle text, and that's really exciting. Let's check it out. So I've got Midjourney pulled up in Discord, and I'm gonna be showing you kind of a progression of just different prompts and different settings that I went through to get a more desired result with text. And I'm gonna give you some tips along the way to make sure you can get the best text designs out of Midjourney. The first thing you need to know about generating text in Midjourney is that this feature is part of their newest release, which is the 6.0 alpha version. And so there's some settings you need to change in your Discord to get the best results, or actually to make this work at all. So looking over at Discord, the first thing you need to do, if you type into your prompt down here, you just put /settings and then press enter. That's gonna pull up your settings, and it's gonna look something like you see here on my screen right here. So you need to pop down this drop down and change over to Midjourney Model V6 Alpha. That's the one that you wanna be on. Once you change that, all of your prompts going in will use that version, and that will help you with text. So after I did that, I put in some very simple prompts, and I wanna show you what it gave me, and then we're gonna progress further in this journey and getting better text results. So the first thing I put in is just text that says, eat, sleep, be adorable. That's all that I put in the prompt, and this is what I got. And to be honest, it wasn't very good. I don't know what this is. I didn't give it much instruction, right? So it gave me a little girl, it gave me a cat, it gave me a burger, and it gave me some breakfast. But this was not what I was looking for. I was really just looking for the text. So that wasn't very good when I first started. So I was a little bit discouraged at that point, but I wanted to keep going, keep changing things, keep checking things out to see how good we could get this. Now, one other thing to know about generating text in Midjourney before we go any further is that the way that Midjourney knows that you want text to be generated is simply by putting it in quotations. So you do want to make sure that any prompt you put in that you want text to be generated, that you put that text in quotations. That's very important. So I did one more prompt with the same settings, and I've used these before in previous videos, so these are just prompts I've used before. And I said, show me a red electric guitar with flames coming out of it, and the text, fuel the soul. And then this time I added a few more words, which are isolated and vector. So we progressed a little bit here by adding a few more words to the prompt, and this is what we got. Now, comparatively to the last time we put in this prompt in Midjourney, this is way, way better. Specifically, this second one actually got the text right, and we could probably do some variations or keep playing with this prompt to get it to be much better. But I will link the video either up at the top or down below where I actually show you this prompt in the older version of Midjourney, and you can see how much better it is just by changing your settings over to 6.0 alpha. With the new text generation features. That's pretty good, but let's see if we can get even better with our prompts. So we scroll down and we type in our /settings again. So again, you just type /settings, enter. That's gonna pull up all of our settings here. The next thing you need to know, and what I found gets much, much better results for text with Midjourney, is by changing some of your stylize features. So if we take our stylize down to low, that's gonna help a lot. And also if we turn on raw mode, I found this gives us a much more desired result. Now, if we go back up to previously, you can see I had my stylize on medium. So now I'm taking it down to low, and I'm also turning on raw mode. And really what this is gonna do with your generations in Midjourney is it's just gonna give Midjourney less creative freedom, and it's going to make the result probably closer to what you're actually typing in. It's gonna do a little bit less wild and crazy stuff. So I think that's something we want in this scenario. We want accurate text, so that is something that I think will help us. So after we changed those settings, the next thing that I did was put in this prompt, a neon sign that says yoga vibes only. And you can see it's using my settings, 6.0, style is low, which puts it on style 50, and then style raw, which is the raw mode. And this is what we got. Now, wow, you can look at this image generation right here, and you can see that 3 out of 4 actually got the text correct. So we're absolutely getting much closer to what we want, because now it's actually being more accurate with the text. And you can see this is a neon sign. So this is actually pretty good result here. But if you're like me and you're in the apparel, print on demand, maybe digital file space, digital design space, doing something in that realm, this isn't going to be something that probably works. We want something that's more designed for a t-shirt or designed for some kind of print product. And so we need it to be a little less intricate and, made for a kind of a t-shirt. So next, what I did was I changed up my prompt and I said a neon sign design for a t-shirt. So I was a little more specific, that says yoga vibes only. Remember to put that text in quotations. And now I've added the additional prompts, isolated vector white background, and you can see it's using my previous settings there. And wow, check this out. So now we've actually got exactly what we want. This is really what I was looking for with that prompt. I got a neon design with the correct wording. They even did this second one, which got the words correct and kind of added this little yoga person in there. But I really like this. Like, this is really great. And again, if I wanted something a little bit slightly different, I could use these V1, V2, V3, V4 buttons to get a few more variations of one of these that I liked and maybe get something a little bit closer. So as you can see, with just a few tweaks to our Discord and our Midjourney, we're getting some really cool results out of the text, and it's really getting me excited because I think this is a game changer for AI art generation, especially for us in the apparel, print-on-demand, digital design space. This is pretty cool. The next thing I did was I did the exact same prompt, except now I changed the style. So instead of a neon sign, I ask it for a pop art design for a t-shirt that says yoga vibes only. I used the terms isolated vector white background, but this time I also added sticker and cutout. And now it's changed my background from black to white. These are much easier to cut out, and it actually gave me some cool stuff here. You can see that a couple of these have the correct, these two here on the left have the correct text, and they actually have some pretty cool design elements. That was really funny. This one at the bottom right, this lady just got some extra arms, which is pretty interesting. So we're gonna disregard that one. But the two on the left are pretty cool. But let's keep going. Let's keep going a little bit more. So I did another one. I actually did a variation this next time. I clicked on one of these and I did a variation. So I just, by clicking like the V1 or V2, V3, V4 button, I believe I did a variation of the V2, the V3. I'm sorry, this one right here down in the bottom left. This is what I got. So I simply just wanted some more variations, and you can see I got a few additional options here. Those weren't the greatest, but let's keep going. What I did next was I changed out the style. So I kept pretty much the same prompt, but I just switched out the style. So these ones up here, I used pop art. Before that, I used neon. Now I've switched it to Nihonga design for a t-shirt with the text yoga vibes only. You can see that there. And now it's completely changed the vibe, the color scheme, and now it's looking really cool. Now, it didn't quite get the text on that one. So what I did next, and this is really cool. What I did next was I kept the same prompt, but I changed the stylize to be even lower. So you can see in my prompt there, this is the same prompt, but right here I entered in --S space 30. Now, this might be a little bit confusing, so I want to simplify it for you as best as I can. Before in our settings, we had clicked on stylize low. And what that does is that sets it on the lowest default setting, which is the stylize is at 50. So what I did here is I simply changed by putting in this specific prompt here, the --S space 30, I lowered the stylize even more down to 30. So if you were going to do this in a prompt, you would simply \imagine, put in your prompt, and then type in --S space 30, and that will lower our stylize even more. Now you can see here that instantly from these designs we got here to these designs, man, these are 10 times better than what we got before, because it removes some of the, it removes some of the creativity freedom from Midjourney, and it just got the design closer to what I'm looking for, right? Two of these have really great text. I really love the colors. The design is really cool. But let's go a little bit further. So next we changed out Nihonga for trash art. So a different style of art. And this is what we got. We got a completely different vibe, but also very useful, right? Specifically, we got a couple of these top 2 that are could be very useful, and we could probably do some variations in different things to get it even closer. And so that's exactly what I did. I did some variations. I clicked on V2, and this is what I got. I got even more useful designs here. So you can see by changing some of the settings, by taking our stylize down, we took it all the way down to 30, by turning on raw mode, by using the quotations to get our text in there, and then by adding in styles of designs, we were able to get some really, really cool results with text out of Midjourney. So I think this is absolutely gonna be a game changer. And by the way, if you're wondering, how do I get all these different prompts for t-shirts, apparel, designs? How do I get all these different styles like trash art, pop art, neon, all those kind of things? I've actually put together a free PDF guide with over 171 different prompts. And these are specifically for people like you, creative e-commerce sellers, apparel sellers, print-on-demand sellers. And you can go over to kerryegeler.com/prompts to download that PDF completely free. This will give you almost an endless supply of ideas for styles of prompts to put into software like Midjourney and get really incredible designs. So go download that for free, and we'll see you next week.